Hi, I'm Maddie Douglas, and this is your JNN Sports. On Wednesday, January 27th, there is a varsity bowling match. There's also girls basketball that day and varsity wrestling. On Friday, January 28th, there is boys basketball and boys wrestling. On Saturday, January 29th, there's boys varsity wrestling. Then on Monday, January 31st, there is girls basketball. Tuesday, February the 1st, there is bowling and boys basketball. On Wednesday, February 2nd, there's girls basketball. I'm Maddie Douglas, and this has been your JNN Sports. Have a nice day.
Hi, I'm Amy Slikel, and this is JNN's new segment, This Day in History. Today is Wednesday, the 26th of January, and on this day in history, there was the first European settlement in Australia. The Phantom of the Opera, a musical based on the book, was released on Broadway and became the longest-running show in Broadway. Lastly, the famous U.S. General Douglas MacArthur was born on this day. That's all for this new segment. Thank you!
Hi, I'm Isabella Gay.
Hi, I'm Cora Gaddis.
And today we'll be talking about Howl's Moving Castle, a film made in 2004 by Studio Ghibli.
We wrote down some questions to answer about this movie.
What were your expectations before the movie and how were they subverted?
Well, I thought the movie was going to be a fantasy type movie, but not that entertaining, rather like a slow romance with some magic. It was a romance fantasy, but in an action-packed way. I have this right now. It was just really entertaining to watch.
I expected a movie very magic involved and slightly similar to Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away. I was kind of surprised by the amount of romance involved.
What did you like about the movie?
I love the animation for it. It was so smooth in some parts, and the 3D animation must have been half their budget, and it was really, really good. And I didn't expect it from Studio Ghibli. Yeah, the characters were also really likable, and I couldn't hate any of them, even the Witch of the Waste.
I really enjoyed the animation and the music especially. All of the characters were likable in their own unique ways, and I didn't really dislike any of them.
What didn't you like about the movie?
I didn't like how fast it moved at the beginning. I couldn't really understand what was going on until I watched it again for the second time, but other than that, there wasn't a lot wrong with it.
I thought the story was a little hard to follow via the curse appearing to switch on and off with no explanation. I couldn't tell if it was happening in Sophia's head or not.
Who was your favorite character and why?
Calcifer, he was the star of the movie. Also, he was basically the Mushu from Milan of this movie. When you hear his voice, you think of that character, and you know what character you're thinking of, because they all play the funny sidekick, animal type of character in every movie. Also, the fact that he was fire, and they made there's some parts where he's falling or something, and they made little fire legs.
My favorite character was Calcifer. I found him charming, and I appreciated the intricacies of him being a living fire.
Did this movie remind you of any other movie, or was it completely unique?
As previously stated, I expected this movie to be somewhat similar to Spirited Away, and while it did have some similar elements, overall it was quite a unique movie. But you can definitely tell that it is a Studio Ghibli film. There is a reason it's so well known.
It reminded me of the cliche Studio Ghibli movie, but outside of that, it wasn't anything else. With all Studio Ghibli movies, I have a feel of child imagination and fantasy, and this movie did really good with that, as they always do. It's different than any other movie, but the movie was obviously Studio Ghibli.
What are your overall feelings about the movie?
Although it wasn't my favorite of the Studio Ghibli films I've watched, it was still a massively enjoyable movie, and it definitely won't be the last time I watch it.
I love this movie so much, I watched it twice in a row right after I finished the first time. I hope more movies like this come out because I would have really enjoyed a mini-series of what happened after everything happened to Sophie, what happened to them more, because they say at the end that they just go off altogether, and it's it's not gonna happen. It's been 17 years since it was finished, but overall, it was gonna get put on my favorite movie list.
Who would you recommend this movie to?
I would recommend this movie to people who enjoy fairy tale-like stories, fantasy, and romance. But honestly, I think many people who wouldn't ordinarily watch those types of movies would enjoy this one. I highly encourage you to give it a chance.
I would recommend these movies to people who don't try to compare movies to science. People who embrace the fantasy world and like to watch movies with a sense of nostalgia. If you like The Princess Bride, then you would love this movie. Everyone should try watching the movie, even if you think you won't like it though. Thank you, Caitlin Humphreys, for asking us these questions, and thank you for taking your time to watch this.
This has been Cora Gaddis.
And this is Isabella Gay.
Hi, I'm Morgan Croucher, and this is your GNN Sports.
Is this sports? This is
No.
weather.
So confident.
I'm Morgan Croucher, and this is your GNN weather. Wednesday, we will have a high of 28, a low of 10, and it will be mostly sunny. Thursday, we will have a high of 35, a low of 25, and it will be partly cloudy. Friday, we will have a high of 35 and a low of 20, and it will be mostly cloudy. Saturday, we will have a high of 35, a low of 23, and it will be partly cloudy. Sunday, we will have a high of 39, a low of 25, and it will be partly cloudy. Monday, we will have a high of 36, a low of 24, and it will be mostly cloudy. Tuesday, we will have a high of 40, a low of 26, and it will be partly cloudy. And it's also Groundhog's Day on Tuesday, February 2nd, which is my favorite holiday. I love the Groundhog Pennsatucky Phil. Thank you. I'm Morgan Croucher, and this has been your GNN weather.